My name is Wesley Burt, and I work as a freelance concept artist and illustrator in films and games and illustration for board games, card games, toys, a whole variety of things. Honestly, the judging right now feels like I'm getting to watch the extended cut of a movie or something, where I'm getting all of it, which is really cool. Or like when a movie is being edited, they have the assembly cut, which will be like 5 hours, but then eventually gets edited down to that 2-hour version. So it kind of feels like I get to see all of it and appreciate all of the entries as a whole, and then really kind of see what kind of makes it all the way through. My first introduction to Spectrum, I think I found Spectrum 6 or 7 in a comic book store, and kind of tucked away, and where there's one little shelf in the store that had art books and like art of different comic artists or art of a certain illustrator. And I think they had a couple issues of Spectrum, and I think at the time it was probably 6 or 7 was the current one. And then from there it was a matter of finding them while I was in art school, checking them out from the library every year, and then picking up a few along the way. It was really cool to get into the book after submitting. I don't remember which one it was, but I know I had submitted a handful of things and got a piece in, and then it was just really cool to see it printed and kind of get that sort of feel of recognition within the community too. My background is in traditional fine art, drawing and painting, and that's sort of what I did growing up and all through art school. I majored in drawing with minors in painting and printmaking. But today, most of the professional work I do, I've separated that to being digital, and then things I'm doing for myself are usually more traditional based. And it's kind of a nice separation, so if I'm on a computer all day, at night it'll feel fresh to kind of draw in a sketchbook or choose something else. I started working with Marvel Studios a few years ago when Ryan Meinerding, he's the visual development director there, he reached out to me and had expressed some interest in seeing if I could work with them. And I was already a huge fan of what he was doing and what the rest of the team was doing, because their films and the VizDev in particular is built upon the kind of comic tradition of drawing and painting, and everything is really enriched in that aspect of it. So I really appreciate what they're doing, where everything's drawn and painted, and spend a lot of time designing costumes or key moments within films. And yeah, when the opportunity came up to work with him, it was just great to be able to jump right into that. And that's been kind of an off and on sort of thing, where I've worked on a number of films for them over the years now. The crazy part about working on film is something I'll work on is still usually 2 years away. But this year we have the kind of big follow-up to Avengers Infinity War, the new Avengers Endgame, and I did a lot of work for that a couple of years ago. And it'll be cool to kind of see that on screen, and also I know for all the people that are invested in 10 years of the movies, it's kind of a big culmination point. And then currently I'm working on another film for them that'll be out in another year and a half or two, and really excited with lots of new characters and all sorts of new things in it. I've been doing some work with Magic the Gathering in particular at Wizards of the Coast for probably 7 years now, 7 or 8 years, and it's consistently been I don't want to call it a side job, but it is kind of a job that I look forward to doing outside of my more full-time work, where I consistently do 1 or 2 cards every kind of wave that they take commissions. They'll see if I have some availability, and then hopefully I can kind of take a card or two, and it's a great amount of freedom to work within illustrations for them. And I look at it as a way to kind of have fun and push different parts of my own drawing and painting background that I want to either explore or get better at, or maybe I've had this lighting scheme I really want to do a painting with, and that's an opportunity to kind of bring that into it as well.